Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good to see you again, Madam Secretary. About a year ago, the Department of L&I announced a potential solution to prevent UC payments from going to inmates in county prisons. Can you give us an update of how much money was saved doing that? And also, if you have a list of county prisons that have not updated or improved their reporting system so we can start talking to them to help reduce weight. I don't know if you have that now or you can provide it at a later date. It'd still be fine.
On the last part, I'd have to provide at a later date. It is the vast majority of them that are now on board and that are part of the cross-match system. We've estimated the savings in a single year to be about $100 million. Let me explain how we've estimated that. This is a preventive measure. We stop the payments before they happen, so we can't go back and calculate. We've actually looked internally at how to do that and didn't want to expend the money to be down to the penny. So our Center for Workforce Information Analysis calculated the average length of a UC claim along with the average payment and then the number of stops or hits that we had with our cross-match to come up with an annual savings of $100 million, a little bit more.
Wow, that's terrific.
It's terrific. And it is something that eventually will spread the word through the prison system that this is no longer a racket that once incarcerated you can enjoy. And it's, again, as we called it, closing the barn door. We're stopping that wasted use of funds.
Yeah, obviously, and we're still obviously there's certain loopholes that we hear about now and then, and unfortunately do happen. So appreciate your continued work, working with other agencies, making sure all our computer systems link so you can cross-check whether it's Department of Revenue, DPW, and so on to continue weeding out waste and fraud where we can find it. Obviously. Chairman brought up House Bill 403. Obviously, my bill passed bipartisan out of the House, went over the Senate. It was recently amended. It had a negative impact, or actually, I would say a positive impact on our UC solvency. It reduced solvency through, again, fighting waste and fraud and abuse within the UC system. As it's drafted today, do you know the fiscal impact on the UC fund with the amended version?
I do not, but I can get that for you.
All right. Is it now a cost increase to the UC fund?
I have to look.
All right. I'd appreciate that. You know, we heralded Act 60. It's working very well. We're driving down our costs. We're not hemorrhaging money out of the system. It's becoming in balance. I worry long-term about making policy decisions that will take us back to insolvency. We work too hard. You've done a great job with the UC system as a whole, and I would just use some caution moving forward to make sure we don't go back to where we were at, because we spent a lot of time and a lot of work to get there.
I'm sorry, 403 is the UC fix.
Yes.
I apologize. I do know those numbers. It's $26 million to the fund annually. In terms of its long-term solvency, it is a minuscule impact to the long-term solvency. Not to correct you, Representative Keller, but it's 2,600 or 2,900 individuals that it would impact,
and
not 4,000.
We're talking construction, road construction, field, or?
The fix as drafted was for anyone once they reach that maximum benefit level. The fix was not to penalize someone for working more when they weren't going to get additional benefits. It hits all areas. It actually hits professional and businesses industry larger than construction. No, I'm sorry, construction is the largest, professional and business is the second, but it runs across all the industries.
Would it be fair to categorize it as benefiting higher paid workers versus lower paid workers, or?
No, I think we calculated the average wage of someone benefiting from it was $25,000 a year, maybe a little bit more than $25,000 a year.
Okay. Moving forward, is there a way to offset that $26 million cost with additional savings so we can at least get it to a revenue neutral to take care of?
I'm looking to try and find that.
Okay.
I'm also looking to try and find an avenue that would be more acceptable and garner a majority of the votes.
Okay. I know Representative Ron Miller
Yeah,
has a
we-
draft legislation. I don't know if you took a look at that and could provide
I've seen
feedback on that.
a couple of drafts
Okay.
with respect to it, and we're in discussions with respect to that.
Great. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.